6. Mga kamangha-manghang time capsule sa mundo. Ang idea of talking sa mga tao hundreds of years into the future ay hindi pipe dream. Hindi natin kailangan ng mga high-tech instruments or whatever. Instead, with the power of imagination, makakabigay tayo ng glimpse of our time para sa future generations by simply making a time capsule. Ang most amazing thing about sa mga time capsules ay ang kanilang simplicity at convenience. It's so simple na kahit na si multi-billionaire na si Steve Jobs even made one for himself. Ang dapat lang gawin is to find some things na highlight ng inyong generation. Leave a message para sa future kids mo o kaya ang inyong future self. Tapos isil mo in a place na siguradong walang outside disturbances for the next 50 years o kaya for the next century. Feel free to leave a comment kung ano sa inyong opinion is something that you would want to give sa future generation. Stay tuned din sa last time capsule at baka masurprise pa kayo sa laman nito. With that said, let's get started on the top 6 amazing time capsules ever unearthed. Number 1. A car. Noong July 15, 1957, ang mayor of a small town named Tulsa declared na gagawa sila ng time capsule for the future generation. Pero hindi ito conventional time capsule. Oh no, ang laman ng unique time capsule na ito wasn't objects, letters, o kahit pictures. Ang laman ng time capsule was set to be a 1957 Plymouth Belvedere sports car. Isipin mo na lang na back then, ang car na ito was the equivalent of a Ferrari. After 50 years na paghihintay pagkatapos sa burial ng kotse na yun, oras na para i-unearth ang treasure sa vault. Unfortunately, to the disappointment of the people, ang prized sports car inilibing sa vault nila 50 years ago was practically floating underwater. It turns out na ang nangyari was somewhere sa 50 years na yon, a main pipeline broke at nag-leak ito ng tubig for several decades. Ang water na nag-stagnate sa vault completely destroyed ang chassis, alloy wheels, engine, at basically every part sa valuable Plymouth. Pero even though sira na siya, may silver lining ang circumstance na yon as the Plymouth at idinonate sa local museum and has become a tourist attraction ever since. Number 2. The Steve Jobs Time Capsule. Funny story kung bakit ito pinangalan na Steve Jobs Time Capsule. It turns out my group of people sa Aspen, Colorado noong 1983 na gumawa ng time capsule. Ang lahat ng population ay nag-pitch in para mag-donate ng iconic at storied na mga gadgets, records, sports paraphernalia, and wouldn't you expect it, a 6-pack of local beer. At ito na naman si the late Steve Jobs, inilagay niya ang old-time mouse ng kanyang Lisa computer at ang action na ito was celebrated kaya henceforth, even though ang daming nag-donate sa laman ng time capsule, it was named Steve Jobs Time Capsule. The thing is, plano lang nila ito ipastay sa ground for only 10 years. Pero nangyari ay nawala ng mga city planner ang exact location ng time capsule they buried. So lumampas na ang 10 years, then another. Tapos one more decade before finally na-unearth ang laman ng capsule na ito. After 30 years of searching, sa wakas na-discover nila ulit ang time capsule. At you might be wondering kumusta ang 6-pack of beer na kasama sa capsule. Well, don't worry. Pagkatapos ng hard effort sa pag-dig up ng capsule, ang mga manggagawa were happy to know na okay pa rin ang laman ng mga ito. Bottoms up. Number 3. The 1950s Mental Hospital Film. Accidentally found noong 1958, ang time capsule na ito was found by mga construction crews sa Indiana at a former mental hospital. Creepy finding aside, ang constructions ay na-shock nung binuksan nila ang capsule nito at ang tanging laman nito was a video. Parang plot na ito ng horror movie, pero ang video na ito ay hindi cursed. Instead, ang content ng video was a touching video messaging galing sa mga doctors ng insane asylum who were hoping for a brighter future para sa treatment of mentally ill patients. Sadly, ang karamihan sa audio galing sa video was ruined at ang mga salita nila na nasa parts na yon are lost to history forever. Pero alam natin na they were talking to us tungkol sa future natin. At optimistic din sila na psychiatry would have progressed considerably by the time na nabuksan ang kanilang time capsule. Number 4. 71-year-old corny joke. Ang mga residente ng Lebanon, New Hampshire, ay nag-discover ng time capsule na nakatago sa loob ng staircase ng kanilang city hall. Dated noong 1994, ang capsule na ito was in the form of a brown whiskey bottle. Pero sadly, wala itong laman na whiskey. Instead, it housed a piece of paper na nagsiset up ng punchline that was 71 years in the making. Whoever finds this bottle may keep it. The note from June 10, 1944 read, "Sorry there is no liquor in it, but I drank it all up. Yan ang message in the bottle na nasa loob ng time capsule na yan. Weird to say the least, pero isa din itong testament kung paano makaka-travel ang ating jokes even years after we're gone. Number 5. The US Century Safe. Sa ika-100th anniversary ng United States of America, ang New York Magazine publisher na si Ann Diem ay nagbuo ng kauna-unahang time capsule na naglalaman ng mga golden momentos kagaya ng gold na fountain pen, gold-bound na libro tungkol sa temperance, at several na mga snapshots ng president of that time, Ulysses S. Grant. Ang capsule na ito was stowed away sa US Capitol for the 100 years bago ito madiscover by accident. Number 6. An entire Paris apartment. At ang pinaka-weird at amazing na time capsule, which has never graced the eye sa mga modern people, came about dahil lang sa circumstance. It wasn't intentional. Maliban yan, ang time capsule na ito is one of the biggest sa list namin. It's an entire apartment. The story goes na noong 1942, ang actress at socialite na si Madame de Florian ay tumakas sa Nazi regime at iniwan niya ang kanyang apartment. The weird thing ay, even after sa mga taon na walang tao sa apartment na yan, she still kept paying for it for the next 70 years. Kaya it remained completely intact. Noong pumanaw siya at the age of 91, ang mga descendants discovered ang untouched home niya that was filled with treasures kagaya ng stuffed ostrich at iba't ibang taxidermy animals. At ang icing on the cake was yung rare painting sa kanyang collection that was sold for 2.2 million US dollars o kaya 104 million pesos. At yan ang top 6 natin na amazing time capsules that were left by ang previous generations for us to discover. We hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching and God bless.